ATA, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if you refer to our analysis, in my last video, when the price was within this move, we mentioned we are looking for this flat, and that's why we mentioned we want the price to drop before we get the reversal. As what we were expected, the price drop, but what we wanted the price to break the previous low. Then we mentioned any reversal from there, we can look for buy. Price drop, but it didn't break the previous low. Now we want to see how we can look for trade. How we can look for this one. Can we expect this one turn to internal correction in relative to this? That means this one turn to more complex correction, more complex flat before we get the down move, or this is the start of the up move. How we can look for trade. In this case, we move to daily chart. As we can see based on daily chart, what we get here, almost the price is at the top. And mostly we can expect this one turn to, that means the price will be within this correction for longer time before we get the continuation. Now want to see how we can look for trade. Based on daily chart, we don't have any trade setup to look for. And in this case, we move to forward chart. As we see the price based on forward chart drop, and the only thing is we're looking at this correction. Okay, that's why based on 1 hour chart, we thought this one can turn, we can think this one can turn to deeper correction before we get the one more drop with the breakout of the previous low. Then from there, we can look for buy. This is what we have been looking for right now. The question is whether the price can reverse from here, and this is the only correction, and how we can look for trade. Anyway, based on forward chart, we don't have any trade setup, and even right now we're looking at this correction. And the best way is to look at this one as a based on 1 hour chart, and we want to see whether we can get any trade setup based on 1 hour chart. Again, if we move to 1 hour chart, how we can look at this? Mostly, still we can expect this one turn to a more complex flat in relative to this though. That means if this one turned to a flat for one more drop, we want the price to break the previous low. We confirm this correction or flat is finished. Then any reversal from there, we look for buy. That's why still we can expect this one turn, even they retest the top. And from there, we can look for one more drop. And even if the price drop, we can expect the price drop to 1.83 with the breakout of the previous low. Okay, now, how about if the price reverse from here and this one, this is the only correction and this is the start of the up move. How we can look for trade? The only way we can look for trade if we get any correction flag here. Then from there, if we get any trade set up with the breakout of this top, we can start to manage. But mostly from what we can see here, I don't think we can get a really good trade setup. That's why if the price reverse from here, and this is the only correction, and this is the if this is the start of the up move, the best things we wait for the breakout of this, and then from there, if we get any flag or correction, we take the trade. Okay, that means from what the price is within this flat, we cannot look for buy setup. Either this one turn to flat, the price drop, break the previous low, then from there we look for reversal, or price continue from here, break the stop, then above that, if we get any correction of flag, we take the trade. Okay, anyway, we don't have any trade setup. As I mentioned, in case we get the correction of flag here based on lower time frame, maybe we can look for short-term trade, and with the breakout of this stop, we start to manage. Anyway, still we are within this flat, within this correction, and even we can expect this one turn to a more deeper correction. And the best things technically, we once the price give us one more drop with the breakout of the previous low, then from there we can look for reversal. This is how we can look at the chart. All right. Anyway, as we mentioned, the price dropped, but there was no breakout of this one. And again, the only way we can look for trade if the price reverse from here, we wait for the breakout of this, which is 2.15. Then above that, if we get any trade like flag or correction, then from there we can take the trade. In this case, we don't have any trade setup. We can right now we cannot look for buy or sell, and we just follow the chart. If I see any update or any trade setup, I will share. Thanks.